Okay, this is Jeff Laserface. I'm going to teach you how to make a slingshot in 2 hours with having a bent fork. We're going to straighten this, make a great slingshot in 2 hours. Alright, and the tools I'm going to be using: hacksaw. I got 3 files here. This is not a chainsaw file, it's a coarse file, this tiny one. I got 2 big coarse file, round files. And then I got this flat file, just regular coarse flat file, coarse grit. Ink pen. I got a ball peen hammer in case I need a chisel. I might use a chisel, or I might use my knife as a chisel. My butcher scimitar. And I got my Big Daddy up here, 1/4-inch stick. Okay, anyways, here's my sanding sticks. Alright, and I keep a slingshot with about the same forks here, so I can get the cheat and get my line straight. See how I drew a line? Well, I got that by putting another slingshot on top. Isn't that smart? Okay. So, alright, this is how we begin. Alright, this is already wet. I've already started drying it. It's not dried yet, so I'm putting it in the microwave. I'm going to do that right now. So, I put my stuff in the microwave for 1 minute minimum. And if it catches on fire, just stop it. Big deal. Okay? Alright. So, we cut that angle off. And what I knew I needed, when I put that in the dryers, I knew I needed a piece to finish my handle. So I cut one off this giant old cedar tree that I found laying in the woods. You can tell how old it was. Man, it must have been 150 years old. Okay. Set this to the side. Okay. So, this is it. I got this piece right here. Be back with you. Okay, so I just pulled it out of the microwave, but my hand's too big for this oven mitts here, so I'm going to use this thing right here. I don't understand why people can't make big oven mitts. You know, what's up with the big people? Okay, so here's my fork. I've already cut this slice, okay, so I'm going to glue this on right here. Laminate it. Stick it right on there. I'm going to measure this and get the angle I want. I need the fattest part down here at the bottom, right? To line up my line. Pretty simple, huh? Okay, so Bo, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go about just like this. I'm going to cut this piece that has a flat surface about the same size as this. Okay? And then I'm going to glue it on there. How hard is that? Okay, be back with you. Okay, so this should be like the final drying. I finished the end over here where I'm going to glue it, and I finished the end of my other piece. I'm fixing to pull it out of the microwave with this tiny little oven mitt for midgets. Okay, so you can still see it steaming. I might have to do it one more time. You know when your fork's dry, when you drop it. Okay, let me show you this. When you drop it, I got a granite top table. If you drop it and it sounds like music, it's dry. Hear that thud? That is not dry. But if you take a dry fork, it's music. Yeah, let's do another one. Different tone. See? Music. If your fork makes music, it's dry. If it makes a thud, it's not. Okay. Sorry. Back to the business. So, this is lava hot. This is like way hot. Okay, so now you see what I've done here. I've cut this angle and this angle. We're going to put them together just like that. And look at what we got. Bam. Okay, so I'm going to go glue this together, watch a little TV, get back with you. I thought I'd show you this. Okay, I cooled my fork on the air conditioner vent over here. And to get your air conditioner to turn on, all you have to do is blow in it, man. And the heat from your air is enough to trigger this to come on. I do that when I go to bed and stuff, so I have nice, cool, refreshing air, and it'll go right back to normal. Okay, so, and there's my fork. Okay, I've got it dry, and actually it's almost dry. So I'm fixing to glue this up, and since this chunk is so big, I could angle this bottom piece, and look at what happens. I got a recurve, or I can make it straight. You see that? Recurve, straight. So this is up to you, okay? So when you glue this on here, it really does matter. You could really make something really wild and crazy. Like if you're going to do a big ass flower on the bottom or whatever, you could tilt this up like this, you know? I don't know how this looks. Oh yeah, that'd be for some of you Europeans would maybe want that, like. Okay, I just pulled this out of the microwave. Let's drop it. Hear that? No clutch. It's musical. And it'll get a lighter sound as it cools off. I already know that. So let's begin. So all I'm going to tell you now is you can angle this to make it a recurve or not. That's up to you. You don't have to glue this on straight. You just got to bear in mind that that red line is the center axis of your slingshot, and this could be slid up and down in this, and it could also be tilted if this surface is big enough. Which it is. You know, there's plenty of room on there. I have a big hand, so I need a big handle. Okay, so I'm going to go glue this together, and so far I've got about 12 minutes into this. Okay. You know that crappy sandpaper that you brought and realized that it's crap? Well, use it to mix your epoxy on. So, okay, this is 2-part epoxy, and I put 2 drops of red food coloring in it. And I use shavings for my whittling to stir shit. So, let's mix it up. Okay, done with that. So, I'm going to glue this together. Okay, be back with you. Okay, to know if your glue is dry enough to work with, you got your leftovers right here. You can tell right here by touching it. Okay, so it's still tacky, so that means I'm good to go. I mean, I can do light work stuff as long as I don't stress this out, and in another 10 minutes it's going to be completely dry. And this is what we have right now, guys. So now I've got about, we can't count the drying time because we're not doing shit. So we got about 16 minutes of actual work, and we've got a damn log glued onto a fork. Okay, my glue is pretty much dry. When you're working on something like this and you want to work on this white part, clamp the white part and only touch the white part, and you will not affect your glue. When you work on the red part, clamp the red part and only work on the red part, you will not affect your glue. Okay, so I just filed this for 20 minutes. I'm sweating. I have really had a workout. I busted ass on this. It took me 20 minutes to get to this point, and I'll get back with you. We'll see what's going to happen next. How I cut my forks is, do you see this line here that I put in here? I'm just going to put the line. I'll show you that later. Okay. Okay, that's kind of my first decision-making thing. Notice one fork is bent out and one fork's bent in. They're bent 2 different directions. Okay. Well, you have to choose the thinner one. That's the way you had to go. So if you look down like this, okay, see I have to take apart where my finger's at, alright, and then above where my finger's at. Pretty simple, huh? And that'll straighten that fork out pretty much. Luckily this is fat, so you can take the material off the fat one, okay? And I knew that before I started, that's why I drew this red line. Okay, see you later, bye. If you leave your forks on, you can clamp the shit out of them and not worry about it. You're going to cut that part off anyway. So just leave your forks kind of long so you can clamp that sucker in your vise. So when you grab your file and go to be filing, you can lay waste. Alright, let's get a workout. Okay, my hands are cramped. I've sanded for another 30 minutes, used a file and sandpaper and various stuff to get this rough shape here. You can see where I've laminated it there. I've got a ball on the end. Okay, so basically I got maybe an hour, 50 minutes to an hour so far on this. Maybe an hour, hour and 10 minutes. Anyways, no longer than that. So this is what I got, and while I'm on a break, I'm going to, resting my hand, I'm going to go ahead and super glue these big cracks. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, and I'm just going to show you a little bit. But I just go along, and this old cedar's filled with cracks. And see how that crack just filled right the hell up? It's awesome. So I'm going to go along this and do that. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I'm kind of a powerful man. I got Popeye arms, so that's how come I'm doing this so fast. It might take you longer, but I could grab a file and you turn that sucker red hot. Okay. Okay, my super glue is almost dry. You can see how here I filled up the cracks on this cedar. When it really brings out those age cracks really well. I'm not going to pick it up, so I'm going to show you something. Okay, so I'm fixing to cut these forks, okay? This is how you do it this is how I do. I take a board like this. I got a straight line, square line across it. I got my straight line on my slingshot, right? Bam. Just draw a line right there. You're done. Just line up that line. Or, if you got a slingshot you like, just take your slingshot, lay it up there, and then mark it right there. Bada bing, bada boom. How about that shit? Slick? Okay, so for the next 30 minutes I'm going to be sanding and filing this thing and getting a really good workout. And it should be almost done, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, see you later, bye. Okay, I'm back. My battery's going dead. But anyways, okay, this is this black craft foam. It's got adhesive back. This white it turns into adhesive foam. Okay, see this? Norton 3X, the best, world's best sandpaper. That's what it says right there. 3 times faster, 3 times longer. Well, when you put this foam on the back, it's 5 to 20 times longer. And what I do is I just take this rod here, well actually I'm going to use something different, and I just I wrap that around and I attach it with the rubber on each end. Okay, and I'll show you how to sand here in a minute after I get my rig together. Alright. Okay, so I've done everything, got all my tool marks out, I'm ready to sand, so now I'm going to show you how to sand Starley Davis. Just like him. So you got the idea. Get strong. Sand that shit. Handle it. Alright, one more thing. While my son's filming, he made this out of an oak tree. A live oak tree. Now, that's some whittle. Raw! Okay. Crap. I just woke up. My wife Josh ran away. Okay, I'm done sanding except for this ball. You see I got this foam back paper, and you just take it like this, and instead of your paper tearing and ripping, it does nothing because this foam saves it. This foam 20 times longer. I'm serious. So you just take it, you can just go like this. You can see it's already, so 10 more minutes and I'm done. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm all done with the slingshot, but I wanted to show you something first about how to sand, okay? When you work on an item and you get a scratch in it, that's called a tool mark, whether it's from sandpaper or not. It's from anything, okay? So your first tool mark is going to be from your knife. Okay, and then your next one is going to be from this rasp. This is for horses' hoofs, for putting on horseshoes. I use this for my rough end. Then your next aggressive will be a round file, a round double bastard cut. Double bastard means it's coming this way. This is a double bastard straight file. That'll be my 4th step. Okay, and then my 5th step is either going to be 120 sandpaper or this sanding wand I made by wrapping sandpaper around a piece of pipe. Okay, and this is one of my sanding wands where I use like a fiddle. And then your final stage is my 220. I don't worry about anything else, but 220 makes it look pretty good. So here we go, the 2-hour slingshot. I'll probably fart around, make it look a little slicker for the rest of the night, but for most people, this would be a badass piece. And it's ready for bands. I take and I put a little chamfer here around radius where my bands are going to strap over. I like to put a little depression here for my middle 2 fingers. That's my grip. I grip with my fist like this, and those middle 2 fingers sit right there. And I'm not really worried about everything else because my hands are so strong. If it was a log, I could hold it. So that's it. We done, folks. And thanks for checking out my video, and I hope this helps y'all make some awesome slingshots.